Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat. A special kind of treat. I hear him already laughing. He doesn't like being referred to as a treat. He's a very formal man. I'm going to introduce to you this evening Donald McKenzie, Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing of XM Canada, who, by the way, has only been in his job a short while. I've referred to it 6 weeks. It might be 8 weeks, but not long. But he comes with loads of experience. In fact, 22 years experience in sales and marketing in a variety of industry backgrounds, including in the past 10 years at Canada's wireless telecommunications arena, where he played a prominent role in the design and build and distribution strategy for the ClearNet operation, now part of TELUS Mobility. Donald McKenzie began his career in advertising, and get this, talk about an advertising hierarchy. He spent a number of years with Ogilvy Mather, Young and Rubicam, Fabergé. See, ladies, he's been in a female-dominated organization too. Cadbury Beverages and CPAS Systems. Donald, by the way of background, holds a BA in history from my alma mater, Victoria University, a federated university in the University of Toronto, one that's produced a number of interesting characters in Canadian literature. Literacy is one of their specialties. If you talk about Don Heron being one of them, Charlie Farquharson, Alias, Frank Pepiot, who wrote Hee Haw, on and on, Margaret Atwood, on the list goes. An MBA from Western, so he's one of you all as well, and now Richard Ivey School of Business, and a former lieutenant colonel in the Royal Canadian Armoured Corps, Canadian Army, so military experience too. So discipline and marketing, what a non sequitur. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Donald McKenzie, who heard tonight a number of ideas, and this afternoon, a number of ideas on how to make XM Canada better. I bring you Donald McKenzie.
That sounds like a long resume there, Bill. Many folks here are from business schools, so you'll know for yourself how that reflects a broad range of experience or a complete inability to hold a job. Distinguished judges, faculty, members of the committee, ladies and gentlemen, it's a real pleasure to join you here this evening at this dinner to celebrate the launch of the FEIC Invitational Case competition. I'm sure you'll all agree with me that we certainly hope it becomes an annual event for many years to come. And I must say I've been very impressed with every aspect of the event. All the different participants have done really rather well. And you know, my congratulations first to Judy and the committee. We've been impressed here at XM by your vision, your generosity of your time and effort, your planning and your execution. You've really created a great event. And the judges, you've earned our admiration as well. I think you've really, you're entitled to your supper tonight. I know that you had to prepare the case yourself, and as Bill said, I'm fairly new on the job, so I had to do the case too, perhaps not with all the materials you had, but I had to do the case too in deciding whether to join or not. So you had to do the case, then you had to review, I think, up to 6 different presentations, and then finally pass judgment. So you guys have really worked very hard. The students, of course, your hard work and your great insights that you've made and the tremendous presentations you've made really are the centerpiece of the whole affair. So you are our heroes. But I'd also like to say a word, and perhaps you'll join with me in acknowledging my colleagues from XM, particularly those of them who've been here for more than 8 weeks or so. Because I have to tell you, we approached these last 2 days with some degree of trepidation. You can imagine that it might be a little anxious making to realize you're about to get your performance review in public, and not just once, but 11 times in a row. So I think we're relatively unscathed, aren't we? Well, sort of. But we have a big job in front of us, and you've learned a little bit about XM. Dean Horvath referred to the case methodology, and when I went to business school, I particularly chose a school that emphasized the case method. But you know, like most things, I believe the case study methodology wasn't actually developed at business school. It was developed at Army Staff College. You heard a little bit of my Army background. The Army does all sorts of map exercises all the time. And in the Army, the instructors are given what are called pinks. These are the answers written on pink sheets. And I don't know, Dean, does the business school adopt that methodology? Do you hand out pinks to the instructors? The reason I bring this up is because, of course, people probably want to know, well, what's the answer? Who's right? What happened? And sadly, there are no pinks. I don't know if there are pinks in business school. The Dean won't say. But there are no pinks in business. So we just don't know. But the crises that were described today, they're not real. They are hypothetical. And I'm here to reassure you that all 4 satellites are actually up there. Not just 2. Rock and roll are up there. And rhythm and blues are also up there. And there's a further backup one on the ground. I'm not sure if we've named it. Have we named it? So perhaps we'll have a naming competition. You know, maybe opera. So the satellites are up there, so we don't need to worry about that, but we may have to draw on some of the suggestions that folks made earlier on. And the whole issue of radio prices, well, my goodness, that's why there's a marketing chap here and a finance chap here, because Michael and I wrestle over this issue all the time. Premium prices versus higher volume. You know, is demand elastic or no? It's something we wrestle with all the time. I don't know what the answer is there either. But you know, I spent 10 years in wireless, and you know, when I started there as a callow youth, we insisted we would never have $0 phones. I'm 10 years older now. Not necessarily 10 years wiser, but 10 years older. And you can draw your own conclusion, but my favorite Bond film, and Bond's very topical these days, but my favorite Bond film is Never Say Never. So you can draw your own conclusion about pricing and the pressures that puts on marketers of subscription services. You've all learned a great deal. Certainly all the students have learned a great deal about XM and the satellite radio business over the last couple of days. I won't try to push more information on you now, but I do hope that you share a little bit of our passion for premium audio entertainment delivered wirelessly through satellites and other means, delivered to the car, to the home, to Canadians on the go, all over the place. And you'll appreciate that, as our press sponsor said today in an article in their paper today, satellite radio, it's been a bumpy ride. Most people still don't get it. So what is so great about satellite radio? That's our job at XM, to try and explain it and convince you all. Thank you.
Donald, on behalf of FEI Toronto Chapter, we have a few mementos for you and some of your senior management team. We'd like to just a little memento of this wonderful weekend that we've spent together. Michael, would you join us, please? Ashbar, would you join us too? Michael Wadashuden is the Chief Financial Officer of XM Canada Satellite Radio. These folks were part of our Q&A yesterday. They worked very hard. They've been with us for most of the weekend, and I'd like to thank them on behalf of FEI Canada Toronto Chapter. And we also have a token for John Bitto. We do appreciate his vision on broadcasting yesterday. It was wonderful for the students. We have a memento for John, who is not able to be with us tonight, as well as President and Chief Operating Officer Scott Tapp. So thank you very much. And I know you've all been anticipating this moment. So we're going to get underway with our presentations and our awards. And I think it's been said many times today, you are all winners here tonight. And it has been very, very difficult for our judging panel to eliminate teams. Unfortunately, though, it is a competition. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the name of the team that will not be in the winning circle. I'm going to ask that Charles Lewis, the managing editor of the National Post, sorry, the managing... Well, it's about news, Charles. Charles Lewis, the managing editor of the Financial Post, is going to help me present to you a memento of this occasion to our team, Galileo. Would you please come to the podium? Please. We can now reveal who Team Galileo is. Team Galileo is from the Rotman School of Management. We have Leo Leung, Seung Yu Chung, Rachel Gillespie, and Joshua Levine. Team Rotman, Team Galileo, thank you for a great competition. Donald, would you please join me at the podium? You're going to be here for a little while, so why don't you just stand here with me? Donald McKenzie, XM Canada has very kindly donated some very beautiful satellite radios to our winning competitors today. Donald will be presenting those certificates, along with our mementos and along with our cash awards to our winning teams. I'm going to start with our third place team. And I'm going to ask that one of our founding sponsors, KPMG, Graham Booth, partner in the risk management practice of KPMG, please join us on the podium, Graham. Graham, would you say a few words about your involvement in this event?
Thank you, Judy. One of the benefits that I have that our student participants didn't have is that I've had a little bit of time to prepare my remarks. They had to be spontaneous in dealing with our questions around the crises that were presented to them, and I must say they did an admirable job. I would, as a representative of KPMG, I would like to say thank you to the organizing committee for giving us the opportunity to be founding sponsors of this event. And personally, I'd like to express my gratitude for the opportunity and the privilege to have been one of the judges. So thank you very much. To Schulich, Rotman, Ivy, and to Queens, I'd like to congratulate all of you, because through you and your students, we can be assured that in the Canadian business community that our business environment is going to be in great hands going forward. The students have done a wonderful job and they've represented their schools extremely well. So thank you very much on behalf of KPMG, my partners, and my fellow professionals. Thank you.
Well, without further ado, I'd like to announce our third place finisher, Team Newton from Queens. May I have Philip Lee, Nabil Nabassis, Kareem Nassar, and Adrian Cameron. Would you please come to the podium? Next, I'd like to ask that Jonathan Morris from our founding sponsor, Robert Half Management Resources, join me on the podium and help me present to our second place finishing team.
Hello everyone, my name's Jonathan Morris and I'm here representing Robert Half International Specialized Division, Robert Half Management Resources. We provide project professionals in the field of accounting and finance. We are very proud to be here today and to be a founding sponsor of this event. We are very happy to be partnering with FEI Toronto chapter and showing our support for the best-in-class invitational case competition. To all the case teams today, on behalf of Robert Half Management Resources, we would like to commend all of you. In our business, we recognize the need for talented individuals, and there are definitely a lot of intelligent business minds in the room tonight. We wish all of you continued success, and I sincerely hope that I have the opportunity to meet and speak with you in the future.
Thank you, Jonathan. I'm going to ask you to take control of these things. And I will, as I usually do, control the money. Our second place team is Archimedes from the Ivy School of Business. BJ, Jonathan, Ryan Grant, and Charles Phillip, please join us on the podium. Well, if you can all do the math, we know who our winning team is. Team Da Vinci, David Lambie, Sonia Lockyer, Jad Yagi, and Andrew Stronach. Please join us at the podium. I'm going to ask Lily Shane from National Bank. She is a Vice President of Commercial Banking for National Bank to join me at the podium to do this presentation. Lily?
Thank you very much, Judy. When you, on behalf of National Bank of Canada and National Bank Financial, I'm really delighted to be here and to congratulate the winning team. You did a wonderful job, actually, as did many. I'm particularly happy to be here because I am a Schulich graduate, and I was delighted to see how this building and this place has been transformed, and that one of my most inspiring professors, Bernie Wolf, is here tonight. I was really delighted to see him. And in fact, the dean of Schulich used to be a policy prof, and I had him back in the day. So that was really exciting. The other exciting thing was to be part of these discussions and learn so much about XM, except that I learned that I am not part of the XM demographic. And I did buy it, so there you go. Not all buyers are between 25 and 45 and male. I'm proof of that. So Judy, thank you very much. I think this is the most creative and wonderful experience. I really enjoyed it, and I have to congratulate the winning team. Really, you were excellent. Thank you so much.
I'd like you all to join me in congratulating our winning team from Rotman. Team Da Vinci.